Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards and we are going to get directly into your messages. Find out what guidance, what insight is there for you, what clarity you may receive at this time about what's going on in your energy. And we have initiation. So many of you are going through an initiation. Let's find out what this initiation is all about. What do you have for this message? What do you have for this message, please? Now let me see. Where are my tarot cards? So with the initiation, this speaks of spiritual elevation, being initiated. This could be into an organization, a spiritual organization for most. This could be into just being initiated into deeper divine spiritual wisdom. Why is the initiation here for the collective? What do they need to know concerning this initiation? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Definitely being initiated into higher wisdom with the high priestess here, the devil, and the Eight of Cups. So many of you have walked away from limiting beliefs, toxic activities, toxic people, toxic places. You are now more aware of spiritual truths and you're being elevated, initiated into higher spiritual wisdom. And that's what this initiation is all about. High priestess energy, okay? So where you may have been doubting what was going on around you at one point in time, you're now more aware of what's happening. And I'm getting for many of you, you're setting the proper boundaries. You now know how to energetically, spiritually, walk away, set boundaries from anything that you now have awareness of. Many of you are being initiated into the secrets of alchemy, to the secrets of occultism, to just more divine wisdom, okay? And many of you get that because you know that the majority of people are not awake, quote unquote, or not as, what would they call it? They're not adept. Okay? So it's like you guys are aware of this. And I get this energy that many of you have done the inner work. Meaning whether that be gaining a teacher, gaining the wisdom, or just being taught by your ancestors and your spirit guides, your spirit team, your higher self. Deep divine wisdom, even from the Most High. Okay? What do you have for this message? What do you have for this message? What do you have for this message? Well, okay. Okay, we had two of them fall, so hold on. The Papal and the Holly. Okay, so definitely about sacred truths with the papal tree here and the holly. As you can see with the papal, that's like already a very sacred tree. You usually find this tree planted around sacred temples. And if you look, there's a carving within the papal tree that looks like a Buddha or someone meditating, okay? Someone receiving divine wisdom, insight, and guidance. Someone being initiated into occult wisdom. For some of you, just divine truth, spiritual truths. For others of you, take it as it resonates, okay? And with the holly, that speaks of those truths being made aware to you. It's like the secrets are being revealed to you. We also have the horse chestnut and the sugar maple. And the horse chestnut is about you taking consideration of these spiritual truths that are being revealed to you. And the sugar maple is asking you to be versatile as you're being aware of these considerations of these truths that are coming forth for you. Take your time to meditate on them. Take your time and allow the secrets to be revealed to you. Take your time and fully receive the enlightenment. Yeah, truth. Considering these truths, meditating on these truths, taking time. And it's like many of you have been considered, I just heard worthy, considered worthy of this initiation because you've sought the truth, because you move with integrity is what I'm getting. Because it's time for you to elevate in this enlightenment for others of you. Especially at this time, many of you are walking this path towards enlightenment. You may not have been fully aware, hence the high priestess, secrets being revealed, right? And the moon card here. You had some of the wisdom, some of the knowledge, but it's like you're walking a path towards receiving more of that enlightenment, more of that truth. It's like many of you are being considered, as I said, worthy to receive these truths. Because not every, as you've heard people say very often, there are levels to this, right? And so it's like you guys are elevating. You're moving up on another level. You're receiving more truths. Okay? So let's see. What do you have for this message? Thank you. Anything else? Yep. The veil of shadows is being lifted. This veil of shadows is card number 43, and the initiation was card number 16. So there's something about the 7, because 6 and 1 is 7, and 4 and 3 is also 7. So bringing more stability into the divine wisdom and the truth that you're receiving so that you can have a new beginning, feel more balanced, feel more harmony for many of you, okay? As you're going through this initiation. The veil of the shadow is like many of you went into the deeper, darker aspects of self. You delved deeper into spiritual truths. It's like you weren't afraid of the shadows. And then just like a lotus flower is in the dark, in the muck, in the mire, underneath the water, and it still grows, your light at this time is now, your light of enlightenment is now starting to allow you to glow from the shadows. If you look at this Right around her head, there's like a halo. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a halo of illumination. This is like this enlightenment that's here for you, okay? It's like you're coming out of the shadows now. Just like a lotus flower greets the sun, you're coming from lower levels of not being aware of certain things and having these secrets revealed to you, okay? Spiritual wisdom. Your soul is like this lotus that's blooming, that's blossoming into this enlightenment. It's like you were in a small pot and now you're being transplanted with this wisdom that you're receiving into a bigger realm, into a bigger pot, into greater wisdom. And for some of you, this could feel and be a little challenging because it can feel extremely uncomfortable to visit and consciously engage with the shadow aspects of your personality, of your body. And when I say of your body, these are the aspects for some of you that you've yet learned to love and receive. Like, and take it as resonates. It's not for everyone. Those of you who this message is resonating for, it's like you really had to come to love yourself, especially in society today where there's this very specific look for what's thought of as gorgeous or cute or sexy. Like there's a specific body type. There's the specific pouty lips. There's, even though, and it's funny, these things change, right? Because at one point in time, having very full lips was not something that was accepted, not considered beautiful. What do you have for this message? And now you got everyone like doing lip injections to have full lips. At one point in time, having a wider backside was not something that was considered beautiful either. Now you got BBLs on deck, like Dr. Miami, you know, is getting calls left and right. So it's like some of you may not have that standard, quote unquote, standard of beauty physically, but you're realizing your beauty is not just physical, baby. You're beautiful on the inside and your light illuminates it. And the beauty on the outside, especially for those that got it doctor enhanced, that can fade away. The trend could change tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's like that's very fleeting. And so many of you, you're learning to love yourself and you're not focused on the beauty that's one fades, because beauty's only, as they say, skin deep. So it may be what's popping and hot right now, you know, 30 inches of weaves and lace fronts are popular right now, whereas before, once upon a time, your afro what was kicking, or locks. Those things change with the wave or the tide, you know. So for someone who's basing their soul, who's basing their worth on physical things alone, so you're very attractive to look at on the outside, but on the inside you're disgusting. Many of you have gotten over that not fitting into the standard of beauty and recognizing the beauty that illuminates from you from inside. Okay? And sometimes it took you being very vulnerable with yourself, coming to that realization, facing yourself, but also trusting your instincts. Like, you know, I know who I am. And I may not be, what are the measurements? 30, 38, 26, 30, what is it? 36, 26, whatever the hell it is. You may not be that, but you are still a blessing. Everything about you is a blessing. And so you're able to be vulnerable with yourself and say, no, I may not be the standard of beauty, but that's not all that defines me. I'm willing to look at the things that may make me feel insecure and still trust my instincts that I'm still a blessing. Even if society would say you're a 5 or a 6 because you don't have the ABC, call it whatever it is, if you don't have the Dr. Miami built body, even for those who have it naturally, if that's all you're basing it on and you're a very ugly person with your disposition and how you deal with others, so your inside is ugly, you're still out of balance, and that still could create karma for you. So it's about taking time to go within, being to self, to tap into that self-love, to tap into those instincts where you know that you're a blessing because, one, you were divinely created, divinely made. And you're here for a reason. So trusting those instincts, allowing yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. Like, are there some things you may want to work on? Whether this be internally with how you speak to yourself, whether this be internally with how you allow others to speak to you, because we all have something. There's not one person that thinks, even the ones that have the Botox, the liposuction, the this, the that, the BBL, there's something that we all feel like, for whatever reason, if we're being vulnerable and honest with ourselves, that we could work on a little bit. Whether you're curt with your tongue, you're not tolerating of other people, or you're too tolerating of other people and you're people pleasing and you're not balanced. There's something. It takes a level of vulnerability to be able to go in with solitude, to shift that perspective, to change into this mindset of where you're able to be innocent with yourself. And this innocence is where you think like a child. As a child, when you were a baby, you didn't care about your little chubby legs or your little chubby feet. You were just happy to be exploring your world. So many of you are tapping into that childlike innocence and being vulnerable with self, where you're just enjoying your being, allowing yourself to just be who you uniquely are. Who you uniquely are, your DNA. Whether you were born with dark skin or curly, coily hair, or your DNA, your heritage, you came from a line of herbalists, medicine men and women, shamans, high priests, high priestesses. Or you came from a line of Christians, even from Islam. You're learning to accept the pros, the ebbs and the flows, is what I was going to say about that. And again, just allowing yourself to be, tapping into that innocence. Children don't worry about paying bills. They don't worry about if they got 30 inches of braid. They don't worry about if their car is nice enough. If they just are happy to be. I just heard for some of you, and you will gladly go back to not having to adult. Like, adulting can be difficult, like having to look at yourself and having to take on the responsibilities of having kids, paying bills, dealing with life. Okay? Some of you may have been tapping into this childlike innocence I'm getting. If it's difficult for you, you may even decide to seek therapy. And therapy doesn't have to be something that you're ashamed of. It's also something that you don't have to share with anyone else. That's for those of you who feel led to do so. Okay? Okay, what do you have for this message, please? What do you have for this message? Anything else? Okay, so as you're tapping into this childlike innocence and trusting your instincts, for many of you, it is going to be the solitude. Time to recharge and retreat, going into hermit mode. For some of you, I'm also getting that because you've done this solitude, or you often, when you know it feels necessary for you, you take the time to recharge and retreat. For many of you, this is why this initiation is happening, because you have been in hermit mode. You have taken time to tap into that childlike innocence. You've taken the time to trust your instincts by going and being alone, taking the time in solitude to recharge and retreat so that you're able to release the old and rest. Knowing when it's time to rest is also a part of knowing how to take care of your needs. Knowing when it's time to release and rest is how you can trust and thrive. And it is so funny that we have this she-wolf here with Unleash the Wild Within, and then we have wolf here that also came out. I said it's funny with the she-wolf because that kept coming out in the pre-shuffle. When I was shuffling this deck, and this is the Angels and Ancestor deck, the she-wolf kept coming out. So I get, for many of you, with this initiation, it's time for you to allow yourself to be as wild as a child. You ever seen a little boy when they get new toys or trucks and they're just playing to themselves? Now, I can't speak for kids today. A lot of them just have their tablet and their phone in their hands. But there are some children that when you take them out to a park, they're just ready to play and have fun, and they're wild and they run around and they use their energy. Many of you, it's time to tap into that innocence where you're just running wild and free, like not in a way to where you're hurting someone, but not where you're so constrained because you're thinking about, well, this isn't proper and this is not how we do it in society, and how are people gonna think of me, and what are they gonna say? It's like, who gives a rat's ass? Like, really, what do you feel? What makes you feel like you can trust your instincts and allow yourself to freely flow? Because for many of you, this is going to be very healing for you. I get this energy that some of you do what you have to do, meaning there are responsibilities, and I'm not saying drop your responsibilities, don't get it twisted. But what have you done for you lately? Instead of waiting for somebody else to do it for you, what have you done for you lately? Who that is, Janet? She said, what have you done for me lately? But I'm hearing, what have you done for you lately that makes you feel free to just enjoy your life and be? Not worrying about, I can't do this because I got this bill to pay, and I really shouldn't go on this trip because, I'm not saying be irresponsible, but has being so responsible kept you from also just doing something that takes care of self, that could feel very healing, that would allow you to recharge and retreat? Because sometimes taking, just even if it's a staycation, a break from the day-to-day of the responsibilities of the children, of the, to just be wild, And this wild I'm getting is just stepping out of your box that you've created for yourself. Okay? Some of you, you may hear something coming up. I'm hearing maybe a retreat or something that's going to be made available, and you're going to be doubting, like, oh, I don't know, I need to take care of this, I got to get this for the kids, and I don't, and maybe, just maybe, you should consider it now. You use your discernment. I don't know your situation unless you've gotten a personal reading about it. But it's definitely time to recharge and retreat. A retreat might be just what you need for some of you to unleash this wild within. A retreat may be also what you need to receive healing information. Whether it's a healing retreat, meditation, crystals, a health retreat where they juice and fast, a meditation retreat. Either way, you're being encouraged to trust when this information comes to you. And I get that many of you are going to receive it like intuitively. You may hear something on the radio, or you may hear someone in passing. Something may come into your inbox for some of you, and you're going to consider it. But then I see this energy of someone being like, no, I can't do that right now. The kids need this. I need to go here. I need to do this. Will I be able to take care of this if I do that? And the divine is saying, trust. Trust that your needs are going to be met. Be open to this healing information and do what is going to be healing for you, okay? Some of you literally need this mental break so that you're able to be refreshed, and then the energy flows differently. You'll come back that much more better and able to do your regular, you know, the regular stuff we have to do from day to day. Your day-to-day activities, okay? What do you have for this message? What do you have for this message? Whoa, why'd you have to go way over yonder? I don't even know where that car flew at. Let me see. We have calm is not a weakness, right? So taking this retreat, taking time to self, just getting in a mode where you're able to trust your instincts and be calm about everything that's going on within you and within your energy, where you're able to just trust that information and that insight that your intuition is giving you messages about. Hold on, let me see if I can find this card. I don't even know where it went. Okay, we got it. It was let go of ego. Funny how the ego flew way over there. Like, I don't want you telling them to let go of the ego. I've been running this thing. What you mean let go of ego? Let's find out though. Let's go a little deeper. Why do we need to let go of ego? What is this insight you're giving us, Divine Creator Source, about letting go of ego? Tell us more concerning let go of ego, please. I saw the Fool card with taking a leap of faith. Okay. 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We have, and the Ace of Pentacles came out. The Page of Wands and the Chariot. And the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you, like I said, there's going to be a message that comes forth. And this message could come in any way, shape, or form. It could be you hearing something on the radio. It could be someone speaking in conversation and you pass and hear it. This could be something coming in your inbox. But there's definitely a message that's kind of going to spark a little something that feels good in you. For some of you, it's going to give you like a little tingle. Something that you're going to want to go and do. For some of you, this could be about a car. For some of you, this could be about travel with the chariot here. For some of you, it's about a new beginning, that when you go and take this journey, you're going to feel refreshed. It's going to feel anew. But there's going to be something in your ego telling you that, oh, I can't do this. You really shouldn't go there. Yeah, you heard the message. And yeah, your intuition's kind of telling you something. And your ego's like, man, forget what your intuition telling you. I'm in control. Don't let your conscious mind override your subconscious, or your take it as where it resonates. For some of you, this is going to be your subconscious mind, because it's on autopilot, and it always says we got the bills to pay, and we got this to take care of, and we got responsibilities. So where you think you're going? You're going to get a new car? Chariot. You going to go on a trip? You going to go on a road trip? For some of you, you going where? Because you got a new little money, you going where? Yeah, I know you heard about that little, where you going? That's your ego talking to you. But your intuition is saying, it's time for you to trust and thrive. It's time for you to go ahead and be calm about releasing that old mindset that tells you that you shouldn't do certain things for yourself. That old mindset that has limiting beliefs, because you're not made to go on these trips, or you're not made to do this kind of a retreat. You unleash your wild. Why you out there howling at the moon? I know your intuition told you to go out there, but so all in all, it's to say to be open to this healing information. It's like intuitively, some of you are going to know there's something that's going to be sparked in you. It's going to feel very innocent with the Page of Wands here, right? A message coming forward. And this message is going to be something that could assist you with moving forward and having a new beginning. Some of you may doubt it, though, because the ego's been running the show for quite some time. For some of you, for far too long. And even though you're very intuitive, we had the High Priestess come out here. It's like a part of why you have the High Priestess come out and then the Devil is because every time your intuition, not every time, for some of you, when your intuition is telling you certain things that are just going to allow you to unleash and be wild, because sometimes you need that, your ego tells you, nah, that ain't for you. Nah, you might need to walk away from even thinking like that. And your intuition is screaming, but there's something for you there. Go. For some of you, this is where you're going to feel this initiation of energy as well, because if you look at the initiation, one of the cards here is sacred. One of the energies here, if you can see right there, is sacred site. So getting in the chariot, some of you may be visiting Egypt. I just got that because this looks kind of not like a pyramid, but it's made of stone and it's pointy. This is Stonehenge here. Some of you may need a journey to a sacred site where you're able to unleash divine wisdom inside of you, or where divine wisdom will be released to you. Okay? All in all, this is definitely saying trust your instincts and let go of ego. Okay? You're going to be taken care of. Trust and thrive. Everything will still be taken care of. If some of you are worrying, if it's something about a retreat that's going to allow you to recharge yourself, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition to be vulnerable enough to shift your perception. Okay. Calm is not a weakness. Let me see. Put these back in order. Okay. And in the background, I hear Let It Be. There's a song playing in the background that says Let It Be. And I just heard a phone beep, like a message, confirmation, just let it be. So take it as it resonates. That's not for everyone. Use your discernment, but trust your intuition. Okay. Let go of ego. This was the Page of Wands. So some message is going to come forth and your ego is going to be like, where are you going in this chariot? Intuition and ego, balancing it out. Take this new opportunity. Trust and thrive. Trust in the divine that this is your time to thrive, not strive. Okay, so what do you have for this message, please? What do you have for this message? One more time. What do you have for this message? Okay. Sometimes there's not some. Okay. Okay. What do you have for this message, please? The one that fell. Why is there another wolf here howling at the moon? I don't know if you can see it right there, right? And this says moonlight enchantment, magic, right? So there's something about staying calm, again with retreat, tapping into playfulness. You have the elves and spirit guardian of winter with retreat. Now, how many cards was that spoke of retreat? We have solitude here. We have recharge and retreat here with the hermit. Playfulness. This playfulness gives me this energy of childhood again, right? Children have fun, they play, they live life, they enjoy. It's like it's time for you to tap into that magic like a child. Some of you may go find your playfulness in snow. I don't think it's snowing anywhere right now, though, unless you're going to Alaska. But it's giving me that energy, just that when it's snowing, you don't usually find a lot of people out on the road. More people are home, snuggled up, cozy, having some hot chocolate. This is what I'm getting, for you to take less time for the chores and the day-to-day and just snuggle up with your intuition and let it feel as good as a warm cup of hot chocolate on a cold winter day. As it's revealing truth, spiritual wisdom to you, as it's allowing you to tap into your magic, the enchantment that's within, so that you're able to just unleash everything that's within you. For some of you, this may feel like it's bringing you chaos, because you want me to do what? Unleash the wild within. Like, girl, do you know the chaos that could bring? You said unleash it. You know what? Oh, I don't have my other phone on here. I was going to look up the word unleash. But that's like to let it go. If you took a dog like a pit bull or a Rottweiler off a chain and they were just able to run wild, if you unleash them. So it's like, take the chains off your mind, off your heart for some of you. Because some of you Oh, okay. I got you, Divine. So some of you, this is about relationships. You've stopped being open to having relationships. Like, you're like, I'm cool being a hermit. I'm cool being by myself. I got my regimen down. I go get my Starbucks on this day. I read my book on this day. I do my readings on this day. I go, I'm just using examples, right? I go work out on this day. If you're a guy, I wash my car on this day. I go hang out with the fellows. I play a little 2K or 4K or whatever it is. I don't know, Fortnite, whatever, right? So you've gotten into your own little routine. You've gotten comfortable with being in hermit mode, right? And it's like you letting someone in could feel like complete chaos to your world, is what I'm getting for some of you. But it's like the divine is saying, it's time for you to trust again. And it's time for you to thrive in that energy of playfulness and just having fun with another. You know? I get it. That some of you have been through some very chaotic relationships. For some of you, very toxic even. And you're just like, I don't want to deal with toxic people. It's like, I saw this short on YouTube where this girl was like, I don't know exactly what it said, but it was like the Most High was telling her to go out and have fun and or do something, and basically she was like, "You want me to go where? Do what? With who? Out there?" And she was like, "Nah." And the next scene, you just saw her sitting on the chair with a blanket, like she was in her own little retreat, right? And so some of you have gotten very comfortable with that. And it's like the divine is saying, look, hey, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Trust me, man. Trust the process. It's time for you to thrive. And it's okay to like get back out there, put yourself back out there, because now you have more wisdom. You have more discernment. For many of you, you went through certain phases so that you could come into this awareness and this discernment. And now you're more aware of what kind of relationships feel good for you. You're not being led by your ego where, oh, she had that banging body that society says is a 10, and so you went after that because your ego felt fed. Or girl, he drive a, I don't know what the hell these cars are. He drive a Bentley and he got a Porsche and a Lambo. He paid, baby. And so your ego went after that. Or you're a homosexual and you just was like, she got a house, dog. I got somewhere to stay. Whatever it is. Or it's tax season, yo. I got to get back with him or her. Whatever. Like, whatever it has been. You did that out of ego because that's what society says. You got to get the girl with the banging body. Forget what her mind is like. You got to get the dude with all the money. You don't even know how he got that money. And you're going to be putting your life in danger because he ... I ain't even going there. You know where I'm going with it, right? Or they're just toxic because they never healed their own inner child wounds. Or they never really even knew what love was. So trying to love you was going to do what? And many of you have also learned those aspects even from self. You're able to look at self and now recognize that, yo, maybe I had some toxic behaviors as well, where I didn't love myself, didn't honor myself. And now that you're more aware of that, and you've come into this wisdom of that, you're able to choose more wisely. So don't let fear keep you... I need to stop for a second. Okay, sorry for the interruption. But yeah, I was saying don't let fear, false evidence appearing real, keep you from facing everything and rising to thrive in your life, in every aspect of your life. Now, some of you may decide after putting yourself out there that you do thrive alone. But you won't know until you've gotten over the hurdle of, so because I'm seeing like some of you went through toxic cycles and you were just like, boom, I'm stopping right here. I'm healed. I'm good. I got my regimen. I got my routine. I'm good. This dating thing or this putting myself back out there or whatever, right? For some of you, this is even in career. There's something you want to do, and because you're making money in a certain aspect, you've stopped. You're just like, this is good. I'm making money. Bills are paid. But there's something inside of you, like that wolf that's howling, that's like, no, can we just try it? Can we just try it? And it's like, some of you might need to just try it. What's the worst that can happen? Versus you never knowing because you never tried, you know? So take that as it resonates. It could feel like chaos in the beginning, but how does the saying go? Order from chaos. It's chaotic in the beginning, but then the order comes in. But you have to be willing to unleash the wild within and take the first step. Initiate the first step, okay? Okay. Okay, so what do you have for this message, please? What do you have for this message? Anything else? Oh, that's so many. No. That's too many. So basically, it's like telling the divine to bring it on, knowing that you're going to be guided. Take the baby steps that are necessary. The do to buy. God is there with you. It's time for you to trust and thrive, to start actually enjoying life and having some playfulness in life, and stop talking smack to yourself that you can't do it. And don't let anyone else talk smack to you either and tell you that you can't do it, okay? Because you were made for this. Solar powered. Things will be lit as you take the first step and initiate it, okay? But I'm going to take what initially came out. So we have the hairball, I got your back, pick up after yourself, and at your service. Let's go a little bit deeper with this hairball and this pick up after yourself, because the divine is saying, look, it is time for you to trust and thrive. I got your back, man. I'm at your service, so I don't really know what you're tripping on. Initiate the first steps, because it's time for you to be initiated into a life where you are trusting and thriving. Trusting and thriving that I'm at your service, that I got your back, that things can be balanced out, that you can receive harmony, that there can be change. Okay? Now, tell me please about this hairball, card number 41. Why is this energy here? What does the collective need to know about this hairball energy? I feel like there's some negative energy around this star on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. What's this hairball? Clarify the hairball. Why is this energy here for the collective? Anything else? And the star is still on the bottom of the deck. Hold on, something fell again. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. Nine of Cups. So the hairball, the hiccup, the thing that's got someone stuck in their throat like they can't speak, is that they can't speak about their emotions. They can't speak about their emotions because you know the truth. For some of you, the truth is that you're what they want, is what I'm getting. But they can't speak it. So it's like, feel like it's stuck in their throat every time they want to speak emotionally. Nine of Cups, King of Cups. Ace of Swords, speaking the truth about what they want, whether this be you or another individual. King of Cups is usually someone who's very emotionally balanced. Sometimes may not show it, but they're coming into a truth, facing a truth, knowing the truth, being revealed the truth about what it is that they want. And it's difficult for them. Hairball, this is like a cat when you gotta cough it up. I love you. I love you, girl. I love you, man. Oh no. I asked, what was the hairball? The hairball is the truth coming out about what they want. Okay? So this could be you having difficulty speaking your truth about what you want, or this could be someone you're connected to. So you're either this King of Cups, you know the truth about what you want, and it's difficult for you to say. Or you're connected to a King of Cups, someone who cares deeply for you or has emotions, and they're having a hard time speaking their truth. Okay? Having a hard time keeping hope, having faith. Okay, tell me about this pickup after yourself for the King of Wands. I'm King of Wands. It's because I just saw the Queen of Wands. Tell me about this pickup after yourself. Why is this pickup after yourself here for the collective? Clarify pickup after yourself, please. This just want to be in my hand. That's that Queen of Wands again. Pick up after yourself. Anything else? Six of Swords showing itself. Anything else? Tower. Fool. Nine of Wands in reverse. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this pickup after yourself is something that's happened in the past. We have the Queen of Wands here. Six of Swords, the Tower. The Fool. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Some of you don't want to take this chance because you've been hurt. And it will feel like chaos, like everything's falling down around you. But you're being encouraged to pick up after yourself and be calm, make peace about this, and be your very vibrant, loving self, your magnetic self for most of you. But it's like you don't want to, it's something to freeze already. It's like you don't want to take this leap of faith because of everything that's happened in the past, and it's like you're being encouraged to not let the past and past hurts keep you stuck in this energy of feeling like you're always going to get hurt. You're always going to be the one having to pick up your feelings, pick up your heart, is what I'm getting. For some of you, you've learned these lessons. Card number 34, 3 and 4 is 7. And it's time for you to get back into a phase of being stable, where you didn't hesitate before. You were magnetic. You knew what you want. You allowed it to come to you, and then you took the chance. But I get, because some of you have been hurt so many times in the past. It's like you just don't want to put yourself back out there again. You don't want to unleash this wild within you. You don't want to trust it again. Some of you don't want to give people the opportunity to hurt you again. So you like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to pick up my heart again. And the divine is saying it is time for you to pick up after yourself, because you're naturally magnetic. So if you're attracting things to you, are you wanting to keep attracting that energy where you're not at peace with allowing goodness to come to you because you're always thinking it's going to be chaos. Because what you think, what the thoughts you put out there is, so if you're always in fear, then you're gonna draw in things that cause you to fear. You're gonna draw in things that cause you to have to pick up your heart and pick up after yourself again. You've done the healing, but there's still this residue in the ego where the ego's like, yo, I'm protecting you, man. You are already good. You got your routine. We making money. Things are good. You gonna trust somebody again? You gonna let them into Nine of Wands? You already healed these bandages. You want another bandage on your head? You want to be picking your heart up off the floor again? And the divine is saying, don't think like that, because you're in a very magnetic phase right now. And if that's what you're thinking it's always going to be, then that's what it has to show you. The universe has to show you what you're magnetizing. Okay? You have the ability to get back out there and trust and thrive. And know with the wisdom that you've gained about how to set boundaries, about how to use your discernment, but still being open to allowing serendipitous events that could bring you more joy, allowing yourself to connect with others, allowing even for things in your shadow, veil of shadows here, to be exposed to you. Because sometimes it's through others that we're able to see a reflection of things we need to heal, and or of things that are becoming lessons so that our soul can elevate. So there's no reason to actually fear these experiences, but I'm getting an energy of where you actually welcome them. Because sometimes it is going to hurt, but it doesn't have to. Because you're now more aware of your shadow, of your psyche, of your light. You're more aware. And there are still experiences that your soul is wanting to have, needing to have, that you're going to have the courage to have. It is going to take you being fearless, fierce, having strength. For some of you, this is definitely within family. You're like, nah, man, I don't trust them people, and blah, blah, blah. And the divine is saying, but sweetie, you have angelic assistance. You're going to be lovingly supported through this. There will be divine guidance for you. But are you willing to allow? Nobody likes to do anything by force, but sometimes lessons will come if you're not willing to look at shadow aspects of self, right? Not wanting to be accountable about certain things. Your soul is asking you to be courageous at this time for partnerships, about family, because there will be divine guidance. There will be loving support, and this is going to bring in an abundance of wisdom. For some of you, an abundance of fortune, material fortune as well as spiritual fortune. As you allow yourself, and allowing is the key word here. Allow this abundance to reveal itself to you. And that's going to mean having the courage to let go of ego. Because the ego is cool, it's there, it's been protecting you all this time, and that's all the ego really wants to do. A lot of people give the ego a bad rap, you know? And it's just like, look, man, I've been protecting you. I know, you know what happened last time, and it's like that little voice in your head that's telling you, nah, you don't want to try this again. Nah, you don't want to go there. You don't want to do this. The thing about the ego is that it can only draw from past experiences. So it's focused on what has happened to you in the past. It's not able to see the abundance of the present moment and how there's a wealth in taking certain opportunities in the present moment that can lead to a very abundant future because you stepped out of fear into courage. For many of you, you are definitely tapped into your psychic abilities. And this is also what the ego is afraid of, because it's like the more you tap into your intuition and your psychic abilities, the ego's like, but you're not listening to me, man. You trusting that intuition, that feeling thing again. I'm your ego masculine. I got you. You trusting that feminine side of you. That's why you soft. You soft because you trusted that intuition. You got to be a man. Man up. Masculine and feminine energy. And it's whether you're a man or a woman. But we know that intuition represents our more feminine energy. And our ego is more of the actions you take, and it wants you to take certain actions, but it's usually based on past experiences. This precognition is about future experiences. So it's like many of you are seeing the abundance in the present moment by trusting your intuition and the psychic abilities that you have when certain things are coming up that you're going to hear. However way, you'll hear it in the spirit. You'll hear it in your spirit. You'll hear it in conversation. You'll hear it in the radio. You may hear it on the TV. You may hear it in the background. However the divine chooses to speak to you. It's about future events that are bringing wealth, abundance, and plenty for some of you. And remember that abundance is not just about material wealth. Yes, this is definitely there. I'm feeling definitely material things, right? But it's not just about the material. This is an abundance on multiple levels. This is in your relationships. This is with your family. Because we had DNA come out here as well. This is like canceling out karma that has been, I just heard like money karma. I don't know who that's for, but it's like if there were contracts or things that were signed unbeknownst to you, or things that were done throughout your lineage. This is that time where those contracts are canceled, made void, null and void. As you trust your intuition and you tap into these psychic abilities, it's setting up a future of abundance, wealth, and plenty. Okay? Where there's more stability. Card number 13, 3 and 1 is 4. Card number 28, 2 and 8 is 10. A new beginning. A new beginning of abundance for many of you. And remember, as I said, the abundance is not about just the money. It's about being able to be playful in your life. It's about being able to unleash the passions and the wild within you, not feeling boxed in, not having to fit into society's standards of beauty, of money, of living. Even for some of you, you know, some people will laugh at you if you decided to sell all of your goods and go live in a van or something. You live in a van? But for you, that may be just what you need to make you feel abundant. Does it mean that you can't ever go back to living in a house? No, it doesn't. Some of you may choose to be, what is it like where you bounce around and you go from place to place? Not vagabond. Oh, I just had it and it went away. Not boondocker. Is it boondocking? Nomad. Some of you may choose to be digital nomads where you don't literally have a home base, but you're bouncing from country to country, and that makes you feel abundant within self, where you're untamed and you're just enjoying the earth and enjoying life and enjoying the energy of exchanging energy with people you've yet to know or meet, or even specific places, learning something new, tasting new foods. There's a wealth in being able to just be at peace with self. Because you could have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got health and you ain't got a peace of mind, well, okay. So, what do you have for this message, please? What do you have for this message, please? Thank you. Let's see. We have flexibility at the bottom of the deck. So learning to be flexible and knowing your truth, speaking your truth, allowing your truth to be the transformation that allows you to unleash the wild within, and not being afraid to speak that truth. Many of you are coming into spiritual truths, but you're also coming into truths about yourself, about you as a soul, about the truth about your own self-mastery, not what someone else says you should do, be, say, feel. Even in what you want in relationships. For some of you, you thought it was ABC. I need someone that's vegan and they have $1 million, like whatever it is. I'm just saying, like, some of you are recognizing that some of those things, those parameters, are not necessarily the truths that are gonna make you feel able, willing to open your heart to someone, because those things can change. Okay, that's not for everyone. Take it as it resonates. Okay, we're about to wrap this up. What do you have for this message, please? There's something here also about fire and water, speaking your truth about what makes you passionate, and speaking your truth about your emotions. Because that was the pickup after your the hairball, was that someone knew their truth but wasn't able to speak their truth. Remember here with the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Cups? And it's funny, this hairball has this same blue that's for the throat chakra. It's also funny that both these cards, 41 total 5 and 23 total 5 as well. So transformation and change needs to happen about your truth, and you speaking your truth. You knowing the truth of who you are and what it is you desire, and able to speak that clearly and effortlessly. Throat chakra energy. So some of you may feel the need to do some throat chakra meditation that could assist you with speaking your truth, that could assist you with releasing this hairball that may be stuck in your throat for some of you, so you can speak more clearly. What do you, oh, gotta fall, too many, okay? What do you have for this message? Okay, thank you. I didn't mean fall on the ground. What do you have for this message? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, last time. Anything else? Okay, here we go. Okay, so what did stay on the table was altar with honoring. So, honoring your ancestors for some of you. And lower world. So the lower world is again about the past. Some of you have tapped into your psychic ability where you're able to go into the past to reveal certain truths about your shadows and your shadow self, or things in the past that you weren't willing to explore from your shadows. It's like you've been revealed some secrets about your own psyche that you are either being encouraged to explore, or you've already received these truths. High Priestess came out here with the initiation. Some of you have been initiated into being able to travel as well, journey into the lower world. So there is a such thing as the upper world, middle world, and lower world. Not all have these abilities, but some of you are learning that you're being initiated, have been initiated into this. And for some of you, it's like you've tapped into your DNA, you've tapped into your lineage, and for some of you, you're recognizing, or you're being encouraged to honor this part of yourself. Now, you may choose to honor it with your words. Some of you may actually have an altar set up and honor in that way, but in whatever way, it's like it's time for you to honor the wisdom of knowing these aspects of your psyche, of your shadow self, and also knowing that some of these things came passed down to you. So it's like your ancestors, your lineage, your DNA is even like saying kudos to you for revealing, coming into the awareness of these aspects of self, and then doing the healing work to elevate that at this time. And that's why some of you are being initiated into this level of consciousness, because you trusted the instincts. Some of you went into the past so that you could create a better future for your lineage that is to come after you as well. Okay. Some of you travel like through the spiritual realms easily, or this is something you're going to be initiated into. Okay, let's just grab some crystal cards and wrap this up. What do you have for the collective when it comes to crystals, and what energies can assist them?